Chapter 29. "What time did you go to bed again?" Augustine asked Ken Lazarus. He had Gary's notes out in front of him. He was cross-referencing these with the answers Ken had given earlier. Then, these were cross-referenced further with the responses Ken Lazarus was giving to the two of them at that very point. The gap between Lazarus and his appointed solicitor had opened up again. "It was late, I know that. I told you. I had a burger and then watched some trashy TV. There's no crime in that, is there?" Augustine wondered if they were asking the right questions. His pause in firing questions allowed Gary to jump in. "What kind of burger did you eat? What TV did you watch? Some of that stuff is criminal, but we can't arrest for it," Gary asked, trying to inject some humour in a point where it was neither needed nor welcome. "Burger King. I had a Whopper," Lazarus responded. "I think we're being fed a Whopper," Gary replied, voicing what the rest of the room were thinking. Gary always put voice to those thoughts that washed around the head of other people but didn't make it as far as their lips. "I can tell you what happened if you want," Ken offered. "Where did you get a Burger King from?" "The nearest one, in my reckoning, is at Whitemare Pool. From our checks, you don't have a driving licence at the moment. A few too many beers and a drive home put paid to that one," Augustine interjected, trying to keep Gary calm and the interview strictly on a factual basis. "Then nick me for driving without a licence. You've got me banged to rights. You're good, you two. I think only Washington's finest could have solved the case of Ken Lazarus driving without a licence. You should be very proud. How much money are you on a year, the pair of you? And my taxes contribute to those astronomical wages. Don't you have real criminals to catch?" Lazarus shot across the room. Gary looked perturbed, but Augustine had heard it all before and had a refresher from Lazarus earlier. It didn't bother him one bit. He restarted the questions. "So, did you drive to Burger King?" "Yep." "Alone?" "Yep." "And the TV?" "I've told you. Keith Lemon. I've just remembered. David Hasselhoff was on it. You know, the one with the deep voice. Used to be on Knight Rider." "We'll check that out. What happened on the episode?" "I was falling in and out of sleep, but I remember he answered questions on murders in hotels." "Random,"